Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session. Excuse me. And I'm coming back on to finish out the donations from this morning's session and complete the free readings. I didn't get to any of the free readings this morning, so I'm going to finish out at a handful of donations to finish, and then we'll jump into the free readings too. There's no chat in here because I'm not taking any new requests, just finishing up everything from this morning. I won't be back until Friday, but if you're needing answers right away, of course, I do offer personal readings. All that information's in the description box of the video, or if you're not able to purchase a reading, I have a ton of free content on my main page. Pick a card readings, June monthly readings, May monthly readings are still out there. Variety of other things. So if you are looking for answers, you can follow your heart and see where spirit leads you in there, and you can find answers there too. What else? After I'm done here, I will post a comment and pin it with the order in which all the readings were completed so that you can find your reading more easily. I think that's it. All right, let's jump in. Let me just give these a shuffle here. And let's see what we got going on. Okay, that was a kind of a poor sub acceptable shuffle. That's much better. All right. So we had left off with the donations. We left off here with Moonlight 5. So thank you for your patience in getting to your reading here. And you want a general reading for June. So of course, also check your June monthlies if you haven't, and because there's additional information there as well. So let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about your June here? All right, boom, boom, boom. And what do we got on the bottom? All right. Well, we like the bottom of the deck, starting here with the 10 of Pentacles. This is fullness, abundance, can be partnership, but just a full life. And underneath that, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So there is this, fullness and opportunity of feeling abundance in the month of June for you here. Let's see if they'll give us more details here. Okay. Well, they got the Page of Pentacles coming out. So definitely an abundant, full month where it just feels like things are flooding in and flowing in for you here. And you even have the 10 of Swords, which is letting go of expectations and people pleasing. And, they're not dead. They're just exhausted, trying to live up to all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that all the world, has been telling us to do, all those popular opinions. And at some point, we're like, I'm just sick and tired of trying to please everybody. I'm done. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do what I want. And this is the kind of month where I feel like that's a big piece of feeling full, because you're letting go of a lot of stuff and really focusing in on what you're wanting. And instead of investing our energy trying to please a lot of people and doing a lot of other things that really isn't our dream, it's someone else's dream, you have this recalibration that happens. And then you're able to bring all that energy you're investing in things you don't care about for yourself. And you make this big movement forward, this feeling of success that's there. So I like that. Yeah. And this makes sense here with the Justice card, because you got the Ace of Swords there, right? And then there's the balancing scales, which is the balancing of the scales has to do with this 10 of Swords, right? Where it's that capital T truth, that Ace of Swords allows you to see things from a different perspective. Capital T truth from a place of unconditional love, which allows you to evaluate and transform these lower small t truths rooted in fears, other people's expectations, and all those things. And this is that recalibration where you're realizing this isn't what I want for me. This is what everybody else has wanted, but they're doing their own thing. Why can't I do mine? And this is why there's this significant alteration in June that comes in. Yeah, I mean, you find your passion with the Ace of Wands. What makes you happy? What drives you? What makes your heart want to sing and dance? It's like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. And there's this excitement, this fullness that comes in with all these pentacle cards with that, and it's living your passion. I like it. Yeah, and you even have the high priestess here, which she steps back, out of the chaos, goes into her high priestess temple, connects higher, asks spirit, her high heart, what do I want? Looks behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions, and this is where she really connects with her heart to find out what it is she wants to do. And so a lot of clarity, a lot of unknown and hidden things come up here in June, where you're just really realizing, wow, didn't realize how much of my life I was living for other people. And now you get to choose for you. It's like being at a giant dinner table at a restaurant, right? So sorry. And everyone's already ordered appetizers that we're sharing, but now everyone's going, you should order this to eat, and you're only going to be the one eating this, but everyone has the recommendation of what you should eat. And you're like, thank you, eat your own food, I have to eat it, I'm going to order what I want. And this is that change of energy that comes in. I like that for you. We're also doing angel healing angel card fortune cookies. So let's see what they have here for you. All right. Oh, nope. There it is. And you've got mindfulness. All about the mind and changing of the expectations. It says, be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. But it doesn't say, it says, be mindful of other people's feelings and emotions. But that doesn't mean living your life for them. There's a difference. And I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Moonlight 5. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then up next, we have Olivia. So, Olivia, thank you so much for your patience getting to your reading and for your donation. So, thank you. All right. Give these a shuffle, and you want to know you're becoming attractive to DW coworker. He's smart and funny. Aw, divorced with kids like you. Will things develop or will things remain as coworkers? All right, let's take a look here. Smart and funny. That's a great combo. I understand the attractiveness there. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 7 of swords, the 5 of swords. Both of these are, thoughts and beliefs that just have to get by here. I feel like things will develop, but they're just letting you know that there's, some old struggles between the head and the heart for both of you, these deceptive thoughts and beliefs of someone, not being faithful, someone not being true, and feeling betrayed. These are things from the past that are there that need to be communicated and confronted and transformed, because we've got all that going on inside of us and it's bubbling there below the surface. And I feel like if you guys talk about, like, how's life with kids and being single now, and you have these conversations that you guys haven't developed, it'll eventually go into the, so, so do you mind me asking, like, what happened to your, what was the cause of the, and if they're like, oh, I cheated on her or they cheated on me, it's like, oh, okay. And then you get to say, and he's like, well, what happened to you? And you're like, oh, let me tell you, it's this communication, that barrier that has to happen first for things to move beyond coworkers, right? That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. They do like the mother nurturing feeling here. I feel like there's an attractiveness between both of you, because this is also sensuality, and so there's that birthing, and but mother nature, mother nurture, just make sure to take care of you too. But there is an opportunity here with the page of pentacles that opens up for you guys, so there is a possibility of it. Again, that communication, yeah, the communication is there. You got the 10 of swords, letting go of a lot of preconceived old ideas and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. will be required here. I don't feel like you guys can have a relationship that would be fitting into the expectations that you both have had from the past. It's like we kind of have to let all that go and start on a new journey without any expectations of what it's supposed to look like, needs to look like, whatever, and go, let's just hang out and see what unfolds, and we'll figure things out as we go along, because this is uncharted territory kind of energy that I feel here. Yeah, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So here's the work, doing the work thing here. So coworker, it's always an interesting, journey when we're looking at, dating a coworker, because what if things don't work out, right? It's like awkward. And I mean, I remember working in a call center, and we worked like we were like close to an edge of this that looked down into the atrium and the cafeteria. And we had these cubicles, and where we called them pods, because there's three of us in a pod. And the lady that sat behind me, because I sat in one corner, someone sat here, she sat over there, and the walls were only this big, looking out to everywhere else. Well, she happened to be dating um an ex-husband of someone that sat across the other, and I would feel like, What? Why is my hair standing up?" I look over, and she's just standing over there staring at this lady behind me, and I was like, "Ooh, not good," and exes work at the same place. Uh, so they're just like, "Be aware of that as it's going in there." Yeah, it's again, there's all this fears and communication that have to be looked at and overcome in order for a relationship to be successful and to move forward to that. But in the end, it is a possibility here. Ten of Pentacles, this is it's one of my relationship cards. Fullness of life, of course, kids and dogs and fullness, right? So it is possible. It's just there's a lot of fears and communication that needs to happen, and to like a lot of honesty, a lot of release of expectations. Like I said, it's has to be like a brand new adventure. Uncharted territories is the key word. Uncharted. It's new. It's different. We're flowing. We're heading off in these. I like calling it an adventure, and we'll see where it goes. Right? Not like what's your intentions. This is the steps. This is how it has to happen. It's like, we've had all that before. Bleh. Let's start a new adventure. So there we go. That's what they have for you, Livia. Hopefully that helps. And again, thank you for your donation. Many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Sophie Kang. So thank you, Sophie, for your patience in getting to your reading and for your donation. They want to know, what are Raj's true feelings for you? All right. Let's get those a shuffle. Let's see here. What are Raj's true feelings? All right. We got that one. Oh, they want that one first, and then that one. All right, I get it. And then that one, and then those there. All right, let's see what we got here. So at the bottom of the deck, oh, well, got two of these here. We've got the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So I like this combo because by itself, if this one was just by itself, this is burdened. This is a lot of energy being invested in needing to reevaluate it. But when you combine two tens with one, with being the 10 of Cups, there's a lot of emotional energy, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, which makes it worth the energy that they feel they're putting in here. Tens can be endings and new beginnings, but the 10 of Cups isn't. It's like joy and wow, fullness of emotion. So they have that. The 10 of Wands, this is the bottom of deck, so we'll look into what these cards are here. It just feels like there is a little bit of exhaustion, a little bit of burning the candle at 10 ends. So I feel like that has more to do with everything else going on in their life too. That if you sense kind of like a tiredness, it's not boredom, but you might pick it up as like, are they tired of me? What's going on with them? Why are they, not as go, 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 go? It's because they're trying to do fit too many things into their life, and not people, not like cheating or anything like that. This is like job and this and that and family and friends and blah, 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 blah. They're trying to do too much and they can't keep that pace for very long, right? But they're very happy, but they're also very tired. So, yeah, we got the another 10 of Pentacles, abundance, fullness of life here. So we definitely have that type of energy coming in. And the king, oh, not the king, the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset. And I feel like there's a it's a change of how they're looking at relationship and what they're wanting from it. I feel like there's this changing. It feels like a positive thing though. It feels like they're really having this evolution, like they're wanting a little more from the relationship is kind of what I feel here. Yeah, I got the 6 of Wands, mutual attraction, but this is a victory and kind of celebration type of energy. So they feel very excited about it. Mutual attraction to each other. A lot of different emotions. They have some, I wouldn't, it's the emotional confusion card because they've got a lot of different emotions they're feeling towards you. And so when you're asking their true feelings, they've got mixed. And when we wonder about other people's feelings for us, a lot of that has to do with their feelings for themselves. I don't see the world as it is. I see the world as I am. So I feel about others about how I feel about myself. So if I don't feel very good, like if like physically not good, I'm gonna think lower of other people and my patience is gonna be lower. My the picture I paint of the world will be different. When I'm feeling great, it feels like when I'm feeling like that, I see the world, woohoo, what a wonderful place it is, right? But if I have low self-love and some feeling low about myself, then I have no choice but to see other people through those lenses too. So with this emotional confusion, I feel like the confusion comes in about their feelings about themselves, their own self-love. That's there. It's not like directed at you. Excuse me. We have the Four of Cups, emotional stability. So there is this stability of emotion that's here. And we have the Tower card. Now, the Tower card here, I feel like there's a little bit of fear that they have that, when so many good things happen in their life, they can have this fear that something's going to be taken away from them, right? It's like that people who always have this, not always, but often have this feeling of when's the other foot gonna drop? You know, this is things can't stay this good forever. But I just feel like they're I don't feel like they're letting it stop them from wanting more because I feel like they're almost in this place of maybe they lost someone in their life that was special, like to death, and they're like, life's too short to fear things. I want to move forward with this. You know, I'm not gonna let fear stop me from moving forward. I feel like they're really kind of in that direction of going further, going forward. So that's what they got for you there, Sophie. Hopefully it helps him to give you your healing angel fortune cookie. See what we have here. All right, no, but I thought it was that one, but it did not want to leave the deck. So here we go. Look, you got a healing angel that says, at this very moment, you're being bathed in gold, pink, and deep green light. Accept this healing. We, your angels, surround you with wings of love. You are eternally free, eternally fresh, and eternally abundant. I love it. So you have a healing angel giving you some beautiful, loving energy. All right, so that's what they have for you, Sophie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Sean G, you are up. So thank you so much for your donation, your additional donation. And you also, I think you have a free one too that you mentioned, and that one will be listed separately in the list of where you're at down there. And then it'll just be in that order. All right. So I want to know, are you right to separate yourself from this particular friend? Excuse me. Got a little bit of phlegm going on. Sorry about that. It's after I ate. All right. So, um, when we ask about right, there's no right or wrong from spirit side. There's only um, different choices with different experiences and different outcomes. There's no right or wrong, better or worse, or whatever. There's just different experiences. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull energy that if you do separate um, from this particular friend, and if you don't, you can see what energy is more in alignment with what you're wanting to experience, right? The power. Okay, that's if you, and this is if you don't, and you still allow them to be in your life. Okay. All right. In either case, on the bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Pentacles. You still have abundance either way. There's not like a significant alteration of your life, whether they stay or go, which is cool. If they go, yeah, you'll have peace of mind. It's like, okay. Yeah, and we do have this Five of Pentacles, which this feeling of lack and being abandoned, being left, out in the cold and behind, and that type of energy, it's to be aware of the why. Why do I feel, you know, I don't want to be around them? And what is it about them that I don't like? And where might that exist inside me? Because that's usually when we're trying to get away from a situation. Let's it's like outright physically, emotionally, whatever abusive, that's different, of course. But if it's just like, oh, it's just I feel like we're drifting apart. And it's like, okay, as long as we know what the root of it is, that's an important piece of it here because we have the death card, the death and the rebirth that comes in here, and I just feel like this is just like supporting it'll allow space for emotional energy to come back to you and possibly emotional space for something to come in. And I do see here with the Eight of Pentacles, this is the moving forward, this is the progression, this is like, you know, this energy of if you have like friends and you're all caterpillars and you're like, hey, let's all become butterflies and we'll go places and we'll be able to migrate 1,000 miles. We'll never be able to do that as caterpillars. And everyone's like, yeah. And then everyone goes in, not everyone. You go into the cocoon and you come out a butterfly and you're like, why is so and so still a caterpillar? And they're like, well, they didn't want to go through that experience. And you're like, well, they can't fly without butterfly wings, and we can't carry them, and we won't carry them. And so sometimes we have to leave people behind because they're choosing, and they can go have caterpillar experiences, and we're going to have butterfly experiences. And I feel like they're saying it's okay to let people go when you've changed, and sometimes relationships just don't, you know, have anymore. So it feels okay there if you stay with them. I feel like they'll end up leaving anyway because you've got the Hermit card, which is about being alone. You got the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction and a new passion, a new something that draws off. So I feel like if you don't, they will or you will change direction again soon anyway. So I feel like it's kind of destined to end and with it. So it's okay to separate it there because it feels like they're saying it's inevitable. So you can do it now, or it'll happen later. But and then I don't feel like it's like hugely like by the end of the year it will kind of end up they either go somewhere else, move somewhere else. They have someone has something that draws them to a different city, a different state, a different country or something, and they end up leaving the proximity anyway, or you do. One of you ends up going anyway. So that's what's coming in, Sean. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we got Sylvia Brown. Sylvia, thank you so much for your donation via the Cash App. And the Cash App said for the YouTube question, but I did not, for the life of me, find a specific question. So apologies if I took off before you were able to put it down in the chat. I didn't see it there. So what we're going to do, Spirit knows your question because they know all. They know everything you're thinking. I know. Oh no. It's okay. So I'm going to pull cards for it. If for some reason that doesn't answer your question or then you can either ask it in the comments of this or you can email me at my email address, which is in the description box of the video. It's brettazen@gmail.com, and I'll get you taken care of one way or another. Okay. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know regarding your question? Okay. All right. So you have 5 cards in one. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the full card, which is the beginning of a new adventure, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventure. This is the beginning of a new adventure, free of expectations, not having a whole lot of, not wanting to be caged. If this is a relationship, the other person doesn't want to be caged. If this is like for your path and going forward, it's like, I need to have freedom. I need to get out of my head and I need to be able to do what I feel I want to do. It's like a child who sees the world full of possibilities instead of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must and feeling caged and suppressed like that. Let's look at the 1 card down here. Yeah, you have a page of wands. So this is a new passion, a new going into a new direction, newness coming in. So there is a new adventure that's starting here for you. And the page of wands is you have this new inspiration, this new passion that's guiding you forward. And it's something that is more truer to you than what you've had before. So when you're looking at, well, I don't know what to do in this situation, it's like, let the old fall away because you have a new horizon, a new adventure that's ahead that is so different from anything you've had before. Because even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the moon card, which is the hidden and the unknown coming forward. And moon energy is important for you with this too. We just had a full moon. We have a new moon coming up. So the new moon allows some birthing of things to happen as well here within a couple weeks. So that's for that. And then the 5 cards that came out here, let's see what we have here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So there is something that I feel like has been slowly, because it's the slowest night out of the 4 nights, the 4 horses. It's the outside world, seasons, cycles, again with the moon, seasons and cycles and changes. You've been waiting and waiting. But I feel like with this, here's the new start, the adventure, the page of wands, that the waiting is over and it's time to make a decision and move forward with all of this here. Yeah. Here's the Queen of Wands. She has a great connection with the spirit world. The black cat down there represents the water energy that all the queens get, that connects them to their intuition and in those things. And I like this, she can connect to the higher realms when she's unsure of a decision to make. She can go, you know what? It usually means we don't have all the information we need. And we can ask Spirit, I need, can you give me just a little bit or give me something big, makes it a no-brainer kind of decision. And they're like, boom, here it is. And you're like, all right, there it is. Boom. So you can ask Spirit to help guide you. And you have a great connection with them with that Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands grabs the Page of Wands. This is that energy. I am choosing, I'm moving forward. So it is action energy, movement energy. She gets stuff done. She's very successful. She 0 points her focus and get out of her way. And you got the Four of Wands, joy, celebration, energetic stability. Um, this is the marriage celebration type of card too. So if you have a gathering that you're invited to, I definitely encourage you to go there because this is part of the plot thickens with this going to this event. Ultimately, though, it's choosing joy, and regardless of what's going on, choose joy, choose joy, choose joy is what I hear. Yeah, and the Three of Wands. So here you go. This is a change of direction. Definitely letting the old go. You get new information that allows you to change. Like you said, you're going in a direction you had never anticipated before because new information, new things happening, new adventures opening up before you. Yeah. And you got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and choosing for you and your journey, your your birthing. You know, you can put yourself first in making these decisions and where you're wanting to head. You know, not giving away everything, and then if there's any morsels left over, you get the crumbs. No, it's time for you. Time to nurture and love yourself, and in the decisions that you're making, it is about choosing you. So hopefully that makes sense for your question. And then you also get a healing angel fortune cookie. Wow, that came flying out here. I like it. This one came flying out. You have the courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. We, your angels, are here to support you. So here, there's that Queen of Wands that they're here supporting you, guiding you. You just need to ask them. They won't force themselves into your life and to do things. They honor our free will and power choice. You have to ask them of your own free will. You know, hey, can you guys do this for me, please? And they'll be like, yes, but they won't do it unless you really ask them. So that's what they have for you, Sylvia. So hopefully that resonates. If not, let me know and we'll get you squared away. Like I said, so many blessings and thank you again for the donation. All right. We just have a couple more donations to go. So thank you guys for your patience. So Supernova, thank you for your 2 additional donations. So you got 2 questions coming up here. And your first one is, what do you need to know about living your life and staying alive, staying alive? Staying alive. It's an old Bee Gees song. I think it's Bee Gees from back in the day, the Staying Alive song, you know. So let's see here. What do you need to know? Oops, no, but staying alive. These 3. All right. So it's about you choosing you and avoid the drama, right? Avoid the drama. You know, the 5 of Wands is all that lower vibrational fear energy that's out there. And they're saying, you know, number 1, choose joy. Number 2, remember you have a posse of support, a huge group of beings of unconditional love and light that love you very much, always supporting, always around you. And when you need help, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling like life is confusing and you feel like you're drifting off course, you don't know what's going on, ask them and they will bring that in here. But this is all about stand tall, stay bright, don't worry about defending yourself, don't ask permission to shine, don't apologize for who you are, don't be a douchebag, but you know, don't you don't have to ask permission or dim your light for anyone. Just be you. And you know, and you're not a douchebag, so don't be a douchebag. um but there's this great, you know, source of love and support for us always, right? And I like that. And that's the bottom of the deck. Top of the deck here, yeah, be aware of your emotional choices. Every moment is a choice between lower vibrational, higher vibrational. You have important relationships in your life, whether you feel you do or not. And you will have, you know, as you're pursuing your work here and you're doing the step by step daily work, you eventually graduate from being an apprentice to a master. And I feel like in this, pursuit of your dream and what you're wanting to unfold, you do end up, finding some your tribe, right? Your physical tribe. You have your spiritual and visible tribe, but this is your the other physical tribe that's out there of your other musicians, other artists, and they understand it because artists, you feel, artists up and down, whether it's painting or musicians or whatever, and you just have to learn to ride your emotional roller coaster, but I feel like there's this importance of, you know, knowing that it's okay to go up and go down when you want, but if your life is there's this ability to eventually you'll get out where it's not high highs and low lows, but highs and lows, and mainly middle ground, um, as you transform yourself, right? So I like that. And then, yeah, again, the emotional choice. You got both the major arcana and the two of cups. This is about realizing every moment you get to choose your emotion. So when you're tired of feeling a certain way, you can change it. And then here's the five of cups, the transformation, lower vibrational, higher vibrational, you know, how to what about your life and staying alive? It's all about the transformation of emotion over and over and over again. Two cups behind here representing the emotional choices that you can make. And when you're tired of feeling those low vibration, you can do those things, write those things down, make a list and have it on your wall or something. When I'm down, here's the formula to get back and raising my vibration, and write it down so that when you see it, you're like, oh, that's right. I'm down. I can do this to change it if I want. But you will only do it when you're ready. And we've got the high priestess here, which represents that energy of empathic abilities and spiritual abilities. And I know I've shared with you before the true gift of an empath and the empathic bubble. Those things are important because emotions are what are impacting you, and you are experiencing bubbling up of your own emotions because you're sensing other people's emotions, but you're also kind of taking on other people's emotions that aren't yours. And so when you do that, what do you can't feel it for the other person, but they kind of just overwhelm you. And so learning those things, and the playlist, um, if you haven't checked those out, excuse me, is the Take 10 with Zen on my main page. And if you can't find them, let me know and I'll grab the playlist link. I think I even have the direct links to those, but I share them quite often too, so you might see it in the stream. No, I did it sometime this weekend. I think it was yesterday, maybe yesterday morning. I'm not sure, around there, but you can check those out too. All right. Oh, and your angel healing fortune cookie. And then we'll go on to your second question here. All right. That one right there. Yeah. The divine mystery, right? You, along with the sun, the earth, the moon, and the stars, are part of one creation, a divine mystery unfolding each moment. Be present and feel the power of now. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. Yeah, it's a beautiful energy of being here now, right? And I like all this about being present. What do I need to know about living and staying alive? Be here now with the creator in this moment. Everything is okay. When we get into the future, we freak out, anxiety. We go in the past, we're depressed. It's like, psh, be here now, right? All right. So that's for number 6. And then your number 7th from earlier, which is your second one for this one, is what are you currently learning? All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know here about what are you currently learning. All right. All right. Well, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, self-love, self-love, self-love. Finding out that the outside world does not bring us what we're searching for, which is the unconditional love that exists within our heart. We turn inward and upward, and we find the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. Look to the outside world, we find disappointing love, temporary, unstable, fickle, people pulling it back. It's emptiness, and this is what we learn is when I turn inward and upward, and spirit brings in, the love from above, the dove brings it in, we fill up, and then overflow out to the world. And that's what they're teaching you is the source of the love that you're looking for. The answer to every question you have lies within your own heart. And I love that. You're also learning here with the devil card, the shaking and the rattling. You're realizing the old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've grown up with, that these beliefs that are rooted in fear, they're small t truths, rooted in the fear of losing the conditional love, losing whatever in our lives, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection. And you're learning about the cage that you've had your heart in before, and that you're dismantling it step by step. And, you're ahead of the game. We talk about that. The Saturn return usually happens when you're like 28, 29 years old, not 18, 19 years old. Lord. So, just realize and cut yourself a lot of slack, because you are way ahead in evaluating and looking at your life and transformation, right? Yeah. Celebrate. You are supported. The Six of Wands, all these people back here, this is your spiritual posse celebrating you, saying, it's like adding on to that. Be gentle with yourself. Don't be rough with yourself. Be easier on yourself, but celebrate yourself and look how far you've come. You don't have to wait for 10 years in the future to go, okay, now I can be happy and I can be proud of myself. It's like, be proud of yourself now. Be proud of every single step you're taking, because you are supported, and like we were talking about, and they are very much surrounding you all the time and are proud, excited for who you are. Yeah. And you are learning. You're in the school here. Eight of Pentacles, you're putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. Things are progressing, things move forward. It's almost like cocoony type of energy that comes in. Yeah, and you have the Knight of Swords, which is the change and movement of thought and belief and mindset. All those old ways of thinking, that you have this movement. You've been looking at things differently, questioning things, and there is a movement. This Knight is on a quest for higher truth, capital T truth, rooted in the higher realms, which when you're pursuing the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail, we do, that's automatic, because it's rooted in that unconditional love. We find those truths as we're doing that. Yeah, and then you have the King of Wands. This is, you're learning about connecting to your higher self and who you really are, and the power of who you are. And that comes in with the more we discover the higher truths, the capital T truth of who we really are. It just really takes us to a new level, because we don't feel so limited by this one human experience, but we're also realizing that we're veiled, we're hidden, and part of the journey that you're on is discovering who you are, because you don't have to become anyone different. It's like Rumi says, we don't have to find love. We just find and discover the obstacles we've created between us and seeing love. Same thing with ourselves. We're removing the scales from our eyes. We're removing things so we can see ourself, our true self, capital T, capital S, true self, in a much more clearer way. So I feel like you're learning a lot of that right now, and I love that. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. And then your other juicy fortune cookie from the Healing Angel cards is Archangel Sandalphon. Another archangel. You had Archangel Michael earlier. Says, I've heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. So Archangel Sandalphon is there. You've got some big honkin' archangels hanging around you, helping you on your path right now. I like that for you. Right, so that's what they have for you, Nova. Again, thank you so much for your multiple donations. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you for all the love and support. I'm sending you lots of more love again. and so that they can zap you and get your butt going. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Self care, self love. Here we go. Don't make me call your mother. Just kidding. All right, much love. All right. And then the last of the donations, and then we'll get into the free reading. So thank you guys for hanging in there. Nelia Medeiros, thank you for your additional donation and for your patience in getting to your reading and for the donation, of course. So you want a general reading on Joe and Gigi's marriage. Will it last? Does she love him? Oh, all right. Hands off, woman. Hands off. Okay, here we go. So, what are we able to know about the marriage here? Will it last? And does she love him? And what messages do they have? Yeah, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It's like slow moving, it's progressing, it's growing, right? And here's the fruit. You got the Ace of Pentacles. And even under that, we got the Two of Pentacles, which balances out things. So I feel like they're not in a rush, and I feel like things are unfolding okay here. It's lasting because it's taking forever with that Seven of Pentacles. Um, and so let's see what else we have here. Yeah. And I feel here too, we've got the World card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. And all three of these cards came out together. You got the Hierophant, which is about contracts and like marital obligations and those. And we've got the Two of Cups, which is, love and all that. I feel like they might even be like whatever they call that when they recommit their vows or whatever. They are recommitting to their marriage from what I see with these cards here. It just feels very, that even on the bottom of the deck, we have the page of sword and then the page of wands, which is about reignition, heightened passion. And we even got the, justice card. Here's the justice. Again, that, like the Hierophant and them, they're very much about the recommitting the contract and re-signing and all of that type of thing. So I really feel like they are. Let's see, does she love him though? All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got the high priestess. So she's a very interesting bird. Because there's a lot of emotion that comes in there. She's got a lot of different emotions, love being one of them. So there's a lot of emotion that flows in between them. And we got the King of Cups. She does see him as someone who's like the compatible partner. King of Cups, they have half cups and they also have the swords suit. So it's someone who can communicate feelings and they feel their emotions. And so she feels like they're very compatible. And the Page of Swords is like heightened new communication. I do feel like they're working on things, which every relationship really needs that. Even on the bottom of the deck, we got the Ace of Swords, which is about new communication. So they could be maybe reading the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, or, the five languages of love, or they're doing couples therapy, or they're doing something that they're trying to rekindle and reignite the depth of their marriage. I don't know if they've had kids or something. I just feel like something happened that just kind of took all the attention away from each other. And a baby will do that where all the attention's on the child, and then we forget to pay attention to each other. And I feel like there's this reignition that comes in with all that. So that's what they have for you on that, Nelia. And then let me get you your beautiful fortune cookie here. You have trust. And it says, all will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. I like that. Right. So that is what they have for you, Nelia. So many blessings. And thank you guys so much for all the donations. It definitely helps me continue to do what I do. And everyone, thank you, all of you waiting for your free readings as well. I'm going to switch up decks here. Just move this out of the way. And I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. I have pre-shuffled. And actually, no, they're like, they want me to reshuffle now. As I say it, they're like, no, no. I'm going to shuffle these up. And then we will get into those. And up first, we will have Highness. Okay, so that's one stack. I've got actually 2 decks of Light Seers Tarot, minus one card that was bent. That's why I have 2 decks. Someone gifted me another one. And so I put them all together in one big, huge stack, and then I shuffle them all up. I split them into 2 stacks, and then I grab a card from each. So that's what we're going to do here. So let us get in. Thanks for all the thumbs up, everybody. I really appreciate that. All right, so let me just move some of these over. These are some of the bigger ones when I grab the screenshot. So these will take a little bit to get through, and then we'll go that way. All right, but Highness, you were up. You're like a general for the upcoming focused on career. All right. Yeah, this combination of the 3 of Swords and the Full card coming in here does talk about, disappointment. I feel like what's happening is that you might have been focusing on a career and jobs that are like a dream someone else gave to you, and that you've been trying to fulfill it and trying to live up to it and thinking, well, that must be it. But the Full card is telling me, no, this is disappointing. The career that you're headed, that you've been in, has not been what is fulfilling. You're ready to leap off here and go into a new adventure, new direction, something more free, something more you, something more in alignment with your heart. It's your dream. And so I feel like this is a time to step back and go, okay, why am I doing what I'm doing? What's my why? Well, it's good money. That's okay. Millionaires kill themselves because they feel empty. That's not something to live for. That is living to work, not working to live. And it's time to start living and not existing and pursue your dream instead of waking up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. You're going to find the dream, the scavenger hunt of finding the dream. And then you wake up every day and go, wow, I'm excited. I can't wait to get started on what's the next thing, right? So I like that for you. And I feel like this is what they're wanting you to know is the direction you're in or have been going. That's not the career for you. You have something that's more in alignment with your higher purpose and your high heart, something that'll make your heart feel full and overflowing. You can even ask yourself, when's the last 5 times that I felt like my heart felt full, like my heart felt like it was singing or dancing? And you're like, write that down. How can I make money from that too? And then it's like legally, and it's like, okay, let's do that. Right. So that's what I think they have for you there, Highness. So excited for this change of path for you. All right. So many blessings to you. Oh, you know what? I wanted to give everyone a little angel healing cards too. I'm going to shuffle these up. I'll get to the others. All right. So we'll pull in here. So you got kindness. I like it. A kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. Remember to be kind to yourself. I like it. Choose something that's for you, not for everyone else. I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you. And then Nelia Maderos. This is your free reading. This was at the very top. And I wanted to know, why does your backyard flicker all the time? And I imagine that means like your backyard light. If your backyard is flickering, that's a space-time continuum. It's actually a portal to another alien planet. Run! So I know it's your light. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it is messages from spirit. You got the 8 of Wands, which is the card for me. One of the means is messages from spirit, and they will bring you messages in the outside world through flickering lights, through synchronicities like repeating numbers and different things. A lot of stuff in the outside world just to let you know, hey, we're here. And the Six of Swords is, I feel like they have these messages they want to give you, so that you can leave some old things behind and have some movement that happens in your life. So, they do want to communicate with you. They do want to share some wisdom, drop some wisdom, and um, I feel like the big thing is like letting some old stuff go so that you can move forward. And, even if it means moving across water, or, moving from one relationship to something else, or job to something else, there is this indicator of movement, 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 and they're just letting you know that they're there. If you need anything, ask them of your own free will, and they will tell you. So that is what's coming in there for you with that. It is them flickering the lights with that Eight of Wands. It's hilarious, and I like that. There was this friend of mine. I lived with her for a while, many moons ago, because she had a huge house, and all her kids were moving out, and her husband had passed away. And she was like, "You want to like just rent the upstairs from me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And we used to talk about her husband, and because he had passed, I didn't know this, but he had passed in the house, and the doorway to her bedroom was by the kitchen, in the kitchen area. And when I was talking to her the first Sunday that I was there, I kept on seeing shadow, kept on looking over, and she goes, "What are you looking at?" And I go, "Keep seeing a shadow over there." Well, that would be him. He passed away in that doorway right there. And I'm like, "Oh." And when she'd get emotional talking about it, the fire alarm would go off. And and then like a decade or so later, she wanted me to go with her to Hawaii to put her husband's ashes into the ocean. And while we were there was this bungalow that we were staying in, and she I woke up and I went out, and then on the picnic table, she was sitting out there writing a letter, and she was crying. And I went out and go, are you okay? And she goes, "It was beautiful." She goes, "I woke up and the sun rise was like, it was fake. It was so beautiful. I knew it was time. I went out and I put ashes. I'm just writing a goodbye letter to him." And he's there with me, and I'm like, I go, "Where do you think he's going?" Beep, beep. The fire alarm went off in the bungalow. We cracked up. It was hilarious. So I like that. So here you go. Here's your fortune cookie, which is clarity. And it's close your eyes for a moment, breathe in the blue of the sky, feel a gentle breeze flow through you. There is peace, there is clarity. A magical healing is just taking place, a gift from your guardian angel. I love that. So they are showing you, giving you clarity about your life too, with the flickering lights. All right, so that's what they have for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Patricia, you are up. Hello, hello. So you received a message from your aunt in Texas, communicated in over 10 years. Very random. Nostalgia? Oh, that's so funny. So you got this random message that popped up from an aunt from 10 years ago. Interesting. Let's take a look here. Yeah, there's this joy and celebration with the Four of Wands coming in here. The Five of Wands is a transformation and a changing of energy that's coming in here. So I do feel like there's this the energy of this Sagittarius full moon. I mean, if it was just over the last couple days, I just feel like this full moon energy really was influencing and kicking in here for you. I really like that, because there is this I don't know, it just feels like they were wanting to bring some joy. They were wanting you to remember them, and if they're passed on the other side, then it's definitely them bringing it forward to let you know that you're not alone, and that they're here, with you, and that you're not alone. And I like that. Joy, 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 celebration. Celebrate life. And I feel like that is a big piece of this too, with the Five of Wands, because one of the big transformative energies that we can do that helps take us from a lower vibration of fear is gratitude and joy, choosing joy and laughter and gratitude, unconditional love. It just takes us to a different place. And I just feel like it was a good remembrance. It was like a something to help spark our heart and remember how loved we are. And I love that for you. And that's what they have for you. But let's take your look here at your fortune cookie. Hey, you got a change card that comes in here, and it says, "Life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last. Because life is always changing, it is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful. Be grateful for what is. What was, is, and forever will be." I like that. So there's that gratitude. They're like just a reminder that whatever we focus on is what we draw to us. And so I feel like it's just a beautiful reminder from those on the other side, that you are loved, and that gratitude, the attitude of gratitude is the life changer. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Happy Pill. You wanna know what's on the 29th of May, the last Wednesday of May. I've told you that you'll meet your twin flame on Wednesday of May. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's see what's gonna happen here. There's a possibility to meet them on that day, right? So we've got here the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So there's this changing of mindset, looking at thoughts and beliefs, and focusing on seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away thoughts and supposed tos and shoulds and expectations around what love should be, how things should be, because when we're focusing our thoughts on wanting, we can push things away from us, right? So I like this, seeing things from this place of gratitude, seeing this place. I just feel like you're seeing things very, very differently. Some high vibrational ahas are happening on Wednesday as well. And you know, you will come across, you definitely can, with this communication, new communication, with the ace and pages coming in too. So it's keep an eye out and just go, who's communicating with me on this day? Is there new communication? And who is this that's coming in, right? Feel very possible that that could be with all of this, because these two cards, especially the ace and the page, do represent new communication coming in. I like that. So let's see, only a couple days away. And let's take a look at your card here too. Yeah, diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. I like that. And I kind of feel here too, get out of your mind and into your heart. Here, if you can go do something fun on Wednesday, like something that's your passion, something that you love to do, I feel like that's an important thing to do with this too, because it's like diversify. Don't keep doing the same thing. Like, go do something fun and new that you would like to do on Wednesday. I feel like they're kind of telling you, get out of the rut, get out of the same, and be the unique you. Do something unique for you as well. So I like that. Ooh, here we go, Happy Pill. Here we go. All right. Watch you like, well, I met 15 people on Wednesday. Uh-oh. Now we begin the whittling down. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then great courts, you're up. Any messages for the future? All right. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to be changing some directions here with the Three of Wands. This is about with new information coming in here with the Queen of Swords, balancing of the head and the heart, because that's what this queen rolls over swords, the brain, the mind, the mindsets. But all the queens are given a second portion of cups, which is actually imprisoned down here in this card. But it's about letting the heart out, and when the heart is allowed to have a seat at the table with the mind, there is like this alteration, there is this change of direction that you take here in the near future. Um, and it's about letting your heart sing, letting your heart express itself. So I like that. And then your little card here, yeah, maybe it's do it now, not even in the near future. Don't put it off any longer. Have courage. Listen to your intuition, for it is guiding. It is the guiding voice of your soul. So trust your gut and your instinct with this new direction that you want to head. Follow your heart and do it now, evidently. So I like this because you're changing things up, not doing things because you feel you're supposed to or should or need to. It's the right thing to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what makes your heart sing? What makes your heart feel full? Where do you want to go? And follow that. And I like that. So that's what they have for you. Great chords, almighty, great chords. So many blessings. And then Yanvi Gavandi 27. What are the spirit guides want to tell you? All right. All right. You got the Tower card coming in here, which is the removal of something out of your life to make room for something new to come in, clearing your path, clearing the way. And you got the King of Wands too. And I feel like they're saying here that you don't have to wait for something to be cleared out of your life. You can clear it out early if you want. But this King of Wands is reminding me of the Emperor energy of you taking control, you stepping up, you moving forward. You're the one that wants to, have this forward progression and make this happen. The Tower card, whatever this obstacle is, it will be removed out of your way eventually, but you don't have to wait. You can do it now and then step forward with that King of Wands and make plans, create a plan, take action toward that plan. And so whatever you feel is blocking your way, it's not, it doesn't have to. You have that power to remove it. So I like that for you. You got the power. And Think Global is your fortune cookie here. You can go anywhere you want in the world. You're being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. I love it. So, yeah, definitely whatever you feel is holding you back, it doesn't have to. You get to remove it and fly forward, or eventually it will be moved out of the way for you if you don't do it, which will then open it up. So eventually it will happen. But now it's like there's always this range, like it could be removed earlier or drop dead dated. It will be moved this time to allow you to go on to the next thing, this adventure you're going to be going on. But you can remove it earlier anytime within that period. And you're within that period now where you can remove obstacles if you wanting to. So that's what they have for you, Yanvi. So many blessings to you. And then Minahil, you want to know who is coming for you. Dun, 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 dun. All right. I feel like there's someone that's so out of the ordinary that's coming your way here. Because you got the Three of Wands, which is a change of a different direction than you normally would have taken. Got the Four of Cups. See how bored you are with the normal people? Well, here comes this exciting new rainbow filled fourth cup, which represents a new, exciting type of love that's coming your way and coming into your life. And like I said, it's someone really outside of your norm where you're just like, whoa, what's this all about? I don't know who this is. Well, I'm not attracted to someone like this. Normally, this is my type, but well, I just can't help myself. And I like that. So there is this nice, unique, different individual that's coming in here for you. Let's see what your little fortune cookie is about. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desires. Yeah. So these things that I feel like this is your heart expressing its desire with this individual, and you you suppressed it before because you were afraid, and it's like a something your heart has desired in someone, but parents and culture and all of our society and everyone else is like, no, no, no. But now you're like, yeah, I want it. This is who I want. This is who I'm attracted to. And I like that for you there. And I feel like you also, with this creative potential, if you haven't been going out and being creative and going and doing things that you love to do, especially that are around creating things, go do that, because there is this like you meet someone doing something that you're passionate about and that you love doing, creating. You meet someone that way, a creative type too, and you're like, wow, I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mini Heal. And then Julie, you are up next. So, do you need to leave your job or career which you're pursuing for being a spiritual teacher as your sole purpose, or can you handle both at the same time? All right, let's take a look here. There's no like shoulds or have tos. Let's see here what they recommend here. Well, you can handle both. The Two of Cups shows the earth and the spiritual together, and you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance and overflowingness here. So you can handle both for a while until one becomes a source of income enough where you can cut back and cut back and cut back hours until eventually you can cut back completely. So it's a transformational, it's a joining together, like the Two of Cups, how they're walking together. You can join, your job or career with being the spiritual teacher step by step by step with that. So I feel like that's what's coming in there for you. And you have the sacred source is your fortune cookie. It says, "We, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light, forever one with God, Goddess, and all creation." I like that. They're reminding you of who you are and what you're capable of. But you'll know when you're ready to cut back in one to pursue more and more and more of the other. And there's things you can do in the outside world, downsizing and different things like that too. If you're just like, yeah, I don't need all this stuff. I mean, that's why I'm able to do what I do because I sold my truck, my condo, and did all this stuff. And I have a wonderful host who allowed me to move into her basement and invited me here, and I'm able to live my dream and pursue it when I didn't think I would be able to. But you'll know when it is it'll feel right to do. It's not like it's like yeah, I'm ready. So there you go. That's what they got for you, Julie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we'll move into the next little group here. So feels you are up next. Where will you be professionally and financially in 5 years? All right. Um, and here's 5 years. 5 years of headaches with the Five of Swords. No, this is in 5 years from now, professionally and financially, you're going to be really rethinking your life. You've got the Five of Swords, which is the battle between your head and your heart, and the King of Swords, who rules over swords with the Queen, but is also, they all get a second portion of swords, which makes them the master of thinking and belief and mindset and seeing things from a different perspective. So I really feel like here in 5 years, you'll have achieved some things professionally, you'll have achieved things financially, but your head is going, yeah, I've done all that, but the heart's going, what about me? And I feel like by that time you're going to be like, you know what? I'm ready to do something more for my heart, what fills me up and makes me overflow. The other stuff has set me up financially. I'm good. I'm this, but I need to live. I want to live. And that's what I feel is coming in there for you. Um, you also have here the truth is your fortune cookie card here. The best way through the current situation is just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. Yeah, and this is the capital T truth comes out in about 5 years. And I just feel like it's important. I don't feel like you're ready to make a leap into something emotional, something of your heart. I feel like these next 5 years are going to learn and grow and obtain a lot of knowledge and information and experience that will at the end of 5 years you're ready to go into something that's more fulfilling for your heart than it is um for your mind. And I like that for you because that's what happened. I did the same thing where I left corporate life and then money ran out and then I went back into for 4 or 5 years until I left this last time back in 2020. And I'm like, wow, okay. I at first I felt like a failure, but then I realized, oh wow, everything I learned during going back was so important. And I feel like you have an important period of time these next 4 or 5 years to learn so much about things that are going to help you pursue a heart's desire that you'll embark on at that time. So that's what's coming in there for you. So many blessings to you, feels. And many. All right. And Daisy, you are up next. So, Daisy, hey, hey. So, your dad and you had a conversation about the practical side of going to graduate school. You have three schools in mind, but two are out of state. Any guidance from sure at work? Okay, yeah, let's take a look here and see what they are telling you here. Yeah. All right. So you've got the power of choice card with the chariot and the death and rebirth card coming in here too. So there's no wrong choice with this. There's the chariot is you get to decide the story, the emotion, the energy, the physical choices you make. And the death and the rebirth, it's talking about rethinking things with this death and rebirth. It's like look at the choices that you have here and the three choices that you're choosing. I feel like there's one right away because there's like you've got the choice between the dark and the light, and then you have the third choice. The third choice, I feel like there's one that you're like, yeah, I can pretty much wipe one right off. It's like I don't want to go to that one. You know, um, and then the choices between the others, and that makes sense. Two are out of state, so I feel like the school, you're like, I don't want to stay in state. I want to get out of state, right? Is that true? It is true, isn't it? So you're like, I don't want to stay in the one in state. So it's a choice between these other two. One feels like a dark horse, one feels like a light horse. And I feel like if you go visit them, you'll feel the energy, is what they're saying here. Go and you'll know. Go and you'll know. So if you visit them and you look at it and you're like, no, I know this isn't the one. One will be like a white horse. You'll be like, yes, this is it. The other one's like dark. One feels dark, one feels light, and then you know which one it is. But road trip, right? So you get to go visit these two out of state. Of course, you can go visit the one in state on the way out of state, just as a stopping point. Is it on the way out of, you're just like, yeah, it's on the way. I'm just going to drive by it and say, yeah, I saw it. I just didn't like it. But there is that, that energy in there for you. So I feel like that's what their answer is there for you. And then your um, fortune cookie is compassion. It says, when you show greater compassion towards yourself, the universe automatically responds by showering you with greater blessings. So choose for you, not the one that dad wants, not the one that everyone else says it. What is it for you? You get to choose for you, right? That's why I feel like you don't want to stay in state, but that's just what I'm picking up. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. So many blessings to you. And then Jashan, you are up. So a general for the upcoming week. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. All right. So you have been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the effort here with the Eight of Pentacles. And this is about things unfolding in the outside world. And with this Ace of Pentacles, it is about that, the benefits of the whatever you've been working on and investing energy in is going to be showing the fruit of the labor is going to be popping up and you're going to be seeing this. So it is unfolding. The wheels of fate are turning. It's like this giant clock. All the cogwheels are starting to turn. You're like, okay, something's about to happen. And sure enough, cuckoo, cuckoo. And then it has this little performance it puts on, right? It's one of these big, huge clocks. And you're like, cool, here comes all this hard work that I put in. And here comes this benefit, this fruit of your labor, like we said. So continue just to put in that effort, and you'll see this reward more and more and more will come forward too. So it's kind of like almost like a perseverance type of message coming in. So that's what they have there. And then you have here Archangel Raphael is your fortune cookie. Sorry if it's not focusing in. There it is. Feel yourself surrounded by emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear, and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. So I like that. So there is trust that the things are unfolding and you're going to be seeing these things coming forward here very soon with this Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, Jashawn. Many blessings. And then Dave Sturgis, he wanted a business reading. All right. Some business. What's going on with your business? Well, you got the World card, which is a victory, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So that's great. Something significant is about to switch and change with business. Queen of Wands, she's great to have a combination with this because whatever the queen focuses on, she has a great ability to really super focus and get stuff done, make progress, abundance, move forward. And she also has a great intuition. The queen is the only out of the four royals of the wand suit. The other three have a salamander or a gecko or a lizard on it, which represents the protection from risk and the heat of the desert and the heat of the wands and the risk, right? The Queen of Wands always she has a black cat. You can't see it. You can see the kitty right there. And that represents her connection to the spirit realm. She doesn't need protection from risk because she doesn't feel like she's taking it. She turns inward, upward, connects with spirit, whenever there's a decision to make or a block, just dial up your higher realm and say, you guys, you see the maze that I'm in and you can, see where everything's going. And, how can I decide which one's best for me? Which one's for the highest experience? And they'd be like, think, all right. And you're like, all right. And you do, and boom, wonderful things happen. People are like, how do you do that? And you're like, I know people, and this is like trusting your connection with spirit, with business. And there's, allow the changes, go with the changes. There's this significant endings and beginnings. It's victorious feeling that comes in here. So just trust that connection with spirit. When in doubt, and you don't know what to do, reach out. When in doubt, reach out, and spirit will guide you, and they'll bring you messages. But you have to ask for them. They don't meddle in your life because they know that you wanted to try to do as much as you can and with your journey, but you can always ask them of your own free will and they'll answer. Okay. Yeah. Surrender. This is your fortune cookie, and it says, there is no point in pushing the barrow up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There's an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. It is a time, this is the new path appearing because it's the ending of an old cycle. The Fool card is next, which is an opening of a new path, free of a lot of expectations, surrendering those expectations. And I like this for you. I just feel like it's, it is this, it's like, well, I got to push this uphill. And you're like, no, this doesn't seem right. Hey, do you guys have a better idea? And they're like, yeah, there's an elevator over there. You don't have to take it up 10 flights of stairs. Just take the elevator. You're like, oh, thanks. I didn't even see that there, and so I like that for you. All right. That's what they have for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's bring some more of these over here. So thank you guys for your patience. We still have a couple of handfuls more to go, so hang in. We'll get there. All right. So Crystal's Day. I want to know, does your boyfriend really like you? Wow. Yeah, they do. They got the Sun card. They're attracted to you. They're a physical and energetic attraction with that sun, passion, energy. The Hermit, they like being by themselves, and it has nothing to do with you. This has to do with their introversion, and they gain their energy by, recharging away from people. So I feel like they kind of have this introverted ness, and it's like, why do you want to be alone? Don't you like me? It's like, no, it's just, trust me, I'm a huge hermit, and I'm like, I'm happy. This is I get all so much of my social connection through interacting with everyone here. I feel everyone's presence, and then my host, I see her at least usually each day, but sometimes I think it's been a couple of days I've been down here. I haven't gone out. She's like, "Are you alive down there? I haven't smelled anything rotting yet." I'm like, "I'm okay." But I feel like they're kind of that way. So just know that they have passion, they have attraction, it's there. They just like being to themselves. So, I don't feel like they're to the place of love yet, but that's because they don't have a ton of self-love for themselves, so they don't have a whole lot that they're able, to give to you because they don't have a whole lot that are given to themselves, right? But that hermit's journey, they're working on themselves, so eventually they'll get there, but I feel like it's gonna be a while. It's mainly attraction now, if that makes sense. All right, and look at here, your fortune cookie here is heart song. What is your heart saying? Stop and listen. Your truth lies within the empty spaces between your thoughts. Your truth shines through from within your soul. Your truth is what is eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love. So, look in here and you can even switch these around and go, do you like your boyfriend? Do you really like your boyfriend? And then do you really like yourself? Those are some really deep questions that we can turn that inquiry around and discover some beautiful things. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, crystals. All right. And then Kritika Malhotra, you are up next. And you want to know, hi, how will this week go? Exam week. Last one on the 6th of June. All right. Well, you got the 6 of Cups. That's balanced emotion. I like that. The Emperor card here, Aries energy. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever you put your energy to, it's like you have to decide, put a plan together, execute the plan. You'll be fine. The 6 of Cups is about keep your emotions balanced, right? We talk about that with tests, right? That, when you're freaking out, you're out of your mind and your cat mind and little 2-year-old self are taking the test and you don't have access to your brilliant mind. But when you're calm, think of puppy dogs and that unconditional love. It brings you back to a place of peace instead of anxiety. And uh, then you're able to, access everything you've studied, you heard, you've seen. You can ask spirit to help you too. But put a game plan together, studying, making sure you're covering all your bases, put action towards it, energy, and focus your energy on gratitude and higher vibrational, n- um, you know, any anxiety around failing and fears and all that. Just look at it and go, you know what? Worst case scenario, if I don't pass something, I can retake it. We don't live in a civilization where if you fail a test, you're taken outside and stoned outside the city gates, at least not yet. So you're good, you're safe, and you can just rest in that, going, I'm going to do my best. And I am. And your best is going to be more than enough. So I like that. So that's what they have there for you. Yeah. And you got Archangel Gabriel coming in as your fortune cookie, which says you will soon receive some positive news. The channels for clear and honest communication are now open. Keep an open heart and speak your truth lovingly without fear. So there you go. So good news, Kritika. I like it. So to stay calm, calm down. All right. Many blessings. Laugh as much as you can. All right. So many blessings. And then Beza.D, you are up. So why doesn't he text you and why does he hold back? All right. Yeah, there's a lot of heartbreak and a lot of disappointment that they've had in the past here. They have this protective bubble where they're just feeling like they have to protect themselves, and it doesn't have to do with you specifically in that they've got these pre-existing, even heartbreak all the way back to like 7 years old and younger that they have that's been echoing out ever since and reinforced by other people, reinforcing old pains, stomping on the broken foot, keeping it broken all these years. And so now they're protecting themselves. And so out of fear, they hold back and withdraw. And so, just understand that they're doing it for their own self-protection, putting up this force field. You see how there's a bubble, and it's like you're going, poke, poke, hey, poke, 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 hey. And they're not responding because I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my heart. I don't want to go this route. I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to hurt anyone. And So, there's that energy that's there. Of course, you can look and see what bubbles up within you with them not responding. What do you feel that means about you? What fears exist around this? Because it's happening for you so that you can look at this and face it and to be able to transform it. It's not happening to you. It is happening for you. And when you can look at it that way, then you can find the truth of, "Oh, okay." Otherwise, we'll keep experiencing the same thing with different people till we're like, "Oh, this was for me. What was I trying to learn again?" So you can take a look at that, and hopefully that'll help. Your fortune cookie here is achievement, and you've got take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. Look how far you've come. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Yeah, it's bright. You've come a long way in relationships, but this is another thing to learn. What am I learning about? Because of their actions. What stories am I putting to their actions and non-actions, words and silence? What emotions am I choosing? What energy am I putting forward? What physical actions am I taking? I control those. They're just that's neutral out there, whatever they're doing. But in here especially is where the stories come up, and I can change that. And that's what I feel like you're learning with all that. Right. So that's what they have for you there. So many blessings to you. And then Angel Dreamer, you are up. Sorry, let me just grab some more of these over here. You want to know Will Hasnan? We'll call him H. Will H give you a commitment? Let's take a look here and see what we have coming in here. Okay. There's a possibility of it here. We got the Four of Wands, which is the marriage and commitment card. The Ten of Swords is if we can let some expectations go, if we can let go of some of these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, because when we have so many rules around love and commitment and all that, it really just sucks the life out of it. And there is this, just getting tired of trying to please everyone and trying to be, something that it has to be this, it has to be this way. And I feel like they're just like tired of trying to, check off all this stuff just to get back to zero. I mean, when you have these many expectations, look how much work has to be done to be able to have that done, right? And these can be expectations in their mind that they've had growing up, and you in your mind growing up. It's like, let's release a lot of this stuff. Let's make it less like a cage. And so I feel like if you can let some of those expectations go, then there is a flow towards a great high possibility of commitment there. So I like that. Yeah, and got imagine is your um, fortune cookie, and it says clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your heart and so it will come to be. So this is in your mind. All these 10 of swords are thoughts, 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 thoughts. This is how it's supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. But what does your heart want? There's a difference there, right? So that's what they have for you, Angel Dreamer. Hopefully that helps. So many blessings to you. And then eucalyptus body wash. Do you have any kind of psychic abilities, or is it just your mind playing tricks? Well, everyone has psychic abilities and spiritual abilities because we're all spiritual beings. Um, how we use them, are we aware of them? That's the question, right? Um, yeah, you got seven sevens. I like it. So the Seven of Cups shows that you do have quite a bit of um, abilities. The Seven of Swords also tells us that you have some limiting thoughts, and about who you are, what you're capable of, and that hold back. So 7-7 synchronistic. If you see that a lot in the outside world, or if that's July 7th, or seven is an important number for you, but this is saying that you do have access with the Seven of Cups to especially emotionally based spiritual gifts, empathic abilities, feeling people's emotions, um, being able to put out, emotional energy, could even be energy work. And there's just an endless number of things that we're able to do. So you do, and, discovering them, searching them, which ones do you want to expand? There's going to be things you're naturally good at that naturally just happen. There's other things, if you really want it just takes practice and opening up to spirit to, be able to do things, um, and put things into practice. And use of it's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And I definitely understand that. Before I started doing lives where I do so many readings over the weekends and everything, I thought my connection was strong, but wow, it strong now. I love the, but if we use it, it grows and it becomes stronger. So something to think of. And I don't think that your mind's playing tricks on you. I think the trick, this is the thievery trickery mind. It tricks us into believing that we're not worthy and that we're not capable of it. And it's like, oh no, we are almighty beings and we all have access to every spiritual gift, but some we choose for our special mission coming down here. But our experiences, if I know I'm going to, like if I know I'm going to go to Hawaii and go on a scuba diving expedition, I'm not going to pack a parka coat and dog sleds and dogs, huskies to, you know, pull me through the water. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm taking swimming trunks and tank tops and things that are cool to wear, not hot. And so, like, choosing to come down here, you knew what you were going to experience and what you wanted to experience, and you've chosen to amplify by your astrology what you're wanting to do. Uh, as far as spiritual gifts to be that will make themselves known here. So I like that for you, and hopefully that helps. And um, let's give you your fortune cookie here. You got the sacred space coming in here. And this is even the color of eucalyptus. I'm just kidding. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. So you might even have some healing abilities that come in here. Something that they just reminded me when I was reading that was, you know, when we're in fear and, in the lower vibrational, kind of things here, the seven of swords represents our small t truths of beliefs of fear and those things. When we're in that, it's noisy, it's hard for us to hear the whispers from above, it's hard for us to channel higher vibrational things. When we raise our love vibration to that of spirit, which is of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, that's the like attracts like. We're really open for clarity and we hear things very clear when it comes that way as well. So a little extra tidbit there. All right. So that's what they have for you. Eucalyptus body wash. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's just move some of these up here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Yeah, we still have a couple handfuls left. I know it's been a long session, but we're going to be here for a little while longer. So hang in there, everybody. Appreciate you. All right. So MMC, you want to know, does Jay think positively of you? Let's take a look here. Yeah, sometimes here and there. We got the temperance, which is meh, and we got the six of pentacles. Meh. Just know that, at times they do, times they don't, and it has nothing to do with you. What? I know, isn't that a great thing to realize? There's a great Instagram meme, other people's opinion of me is none of my business, because it has very little to do with me. When we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So when they look at you and think of you, if they have negative feelings or thoughts towards you, it's because they have negative feelings, thoughts, and towards themselves. Because when we look at people, we only see in them what we recognize within ourselves. So the awesome things we see in others is because we recognize it in here. The irritating things we see in others also in here. So be aware of that. It's a give and take. What do you see, when you look at them? That tells you a lot about yourself too, right? So sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and it has nothing to do with you. Your fortune cookie is prayer, which says, no matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask, we're listening. So your spiritual posse is saying, whenever you're needing anything, just know we're behind you. We're not going to do anything in your life unless you ask us to, or it's something you asked us to do before you came down here. We do give them a honey-do list before we come down here. Here, these are things that I'd like to have happen. They're like, all right, we'll work on it. But outside of that, we ask of our own free will and our power of choice, and then they will answer and do that there. Sorry if you hear my stomach growling, growling, growling. So that's what they have there for you, MMC. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Precious, my precious, you are up. How does Basil feel about you, or Basil? All right. Well, I got this card coming up again here. Just had it a moment ago. Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, they do see you as someone who's unique to themselves. And I feel like in comparison, you really don't care about what people think about you. You're really kind of this, I'm going to be the authentic me. And if you don't like it, well, there you go, right? Um, and so they see that, at least from their point of view, they see it that way. And they like that about you. They like that you try to be true to yourself. The Seven of Swords is their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that really cheat them out of opportunities and cheat them out of experiences because it's their own deceiving mindsets. And, you just, when you do that, when you have that for yourself, you feel like other people are deceiving and you have mistrust. If you can't trust yourself, how can you trust someone else? If you don't have something that you can't give yourself, you can't give that to someone else either. So just realize a lot of what's going on with them with these cards is really zeroed in them, and they really have great concerns about letting people down and trying to be what everyone else wants them to be, and they just have this um, fear of being their authentic selves because they feel like they'll get rejected. So they're trying to always be who they think other people want them to be. And I don't know. You're probably thinking they're not very good at it. I see right through it. I'm like, yeah, they don't know any better. It's like you ever see like these memes where there's this bear and they're trying to hide behind a thin tree and there you can see their entire body. I can see you. That's what I feel is going on there. But they feel like you're very true to the your authentic self, and they wish they could truly be, but they're not there yet. So that's one piece what they want you to know. And then your fortune cookie you got is wisdom. It says everything has a place and a purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. So I like the wisdom that they're dropping there for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, precious. So many blessings to you. And then Starfall, you are up next. All right, let me just take a quick look here and see, just to get a check-in ish. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you still have a couple of handfuls, about 10 more after this ish, I think. All right, so hang in there, everybody. So Starfall, hello, hello. So what was Leo W's thoughts for you after you hang out together? You could not read him. Ooh, he's masked himself. Who was it that couldn't read other people? Oh, it was Edward and Bella in Twilight. Oh, are they your Bella? That's funny. Queen of Cups, deep, deep emotions that were there. And the Hierophant, which is, really their higher self trying to figure out what is it that they truly want to be and who they want to be and who they want to be with and what they want to be with. So, definitely there was, some thinking about big picture things in their life. And then, of course, underlined who do I want to be with? And The Queen of Cups, definitely emotion moving underneath the surface. Queen of Cups rolls over cups and emotion, of course, and all the queens get a second portion of cups. So, master of emotion. Deep, deep emotion below the surface there, though. Hierophant, I think it's Taurus energy too. So it felt very grounded, very almost logical approach a bit, but they are doing it did trigger some thinking in their noggin, movement in their heart, and they really are looking at that. And that's what they have for now. Let me see what our fortune cookie is. Yeah, so we got sacred knowledge, which is close your eyes and focus on your breath. Feel the peace within. Beyond your thoughts lies your eternal truth, the I am presence of eternal love. Wow, I like that beautiful energy here. And I do feel here with the Queen of Cups, with the sacred knowledge and this coming in, I feel like they're a bit of an empath. So I feel like they feel your emotions a bit too. But that's interesting that you had trouble reading them and maybe it was just so much static with they have so much emotional energy that it's bubbling below the surface. It'd be interesting if you look at their birth chart or something one day, look at like their Neptune and their 12th house and kind of go, what kind of stuff's going on here? And you're like, oh my God, they're a water chart. No wonder it was all muted underwater. What? Anyway, that's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. All right. We got a little group here. So we got Rhonda. Rhonda, you are up first. Hello, my friend. And yesterday, oh, happy belated birthday to you. Your birthday was yesterday. What does Spirit have for you? And don't forget to check out the Gemini. I have a Gemini pick a card that I posted earlier in today's at the beginning and end. I think it at the end too. I don't have a chat here. I'd put it in there. If you can't find it, let me know, like in a comment. Just comment on this video, and then I'll just put the link there for you. But it's on my main page too. All the Gemini Sun babies got a 3-month forecast in that pick a card, so I like that. All right, it is time. It is time. Got the 9 of Cups, emotional dreams come true. 7 of Wands, about being true to you, not dimming your light, not asking permission, not needing to defend yourself, but it's creating this beautiful bubble here that allows you to move forward towards your dream. This bubble is about I want to be me. I'm going to go do what I want. I'm going to go head off and go in these directions and I'm ready for me to choose me and I'm not afraid. I'm not going to dim my light anymore. I'm not going to pretend to be anyone else for anyone else. I'm going to be me. I'm stepping forward. I'm stepping into my path. I'm ready. This next rotation around the sun is the me. It's the me year. I'm going to choose me. And I really like this. It's like really clarity around your dream come true is forming here. Very, very much clarity, but I like the 701 stepping back, being in the bubble. She's sitting there, she's got the peace around her, not worried about anyone else. Like I am finding my path. I'm shining bright and I'm going to be me. So I like this coming in here for you. And then you got a beautiful, your fortune cookie is Archangel Uriel, which says, a great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter. Heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. I like that. So you have Archangel Uriel hanging around you and bringing you in this great blessings here in harmony and balance. So I like that. So that's a little tidbit for you. So, but be sure to check out that pick a card to get your 3-month forecast in there too. All right. So many blessings, Rhonda. Rhonda. And then Fin, you are up. So you go, if you buy an Lino video pad, will it function well, especially FXFR? That sounds familiar, unless this is a different type of object. If you did ask that yesterday, I did answer that already. And if you go look at the comments of the video of whenever you had asked the original question, there'll be a link to the other video and tell you even the order where it was at there. Because I felt like if this is the same one, that what they're bringing back to my memory is that the first one may not work. You might have to get a second one, like a replacement one. Was it getting something from Amazon or something like that? I don't know if that's it. I'm gonna pull some cards anyway, just in case that wasn't it. But, I feel like that was it. Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Really protect yourself here. The Page of Swords, movement of communication, um, that is here. Um, so, there is harvest that comes with the Queen of Pentacles. The Page of Swords is a new way, a new form of communication. So I feel quite honestly, Finfin, I just feel like here, Queen of Pentacles is protect yourself and find a new way of communication with these combined here. I'm just not getting a good feeling about that functionality there. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, divine intervention. Here's your fortune cookie. You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow. Yet this is a blessing. It is divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. Yeah, so I feel like that first part is telling us no, no, but trust the timing. What you find will be worth the frustration and getting to the root of what will work for you there. So that's what's coming in for you, Fin Fin. So many blessings to you. And then HTTPS, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation earlier. And you would like messages from your spirit team as your free one. Absolutely. Let's see what they got. What they got to hear. All right. I like the message of abundance coming in here. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, new abundance coming in. The King of Pentacles is all about abundance, fullness, and fruition. They really get the outside world. They understand how it all works. And because of that, that brings in a big blessing with all of this. And we've got this energy that happens here where one of the big things the King of Pentacles learns is that when they define themselves by the outside world, that they feel unstable because all the things in the outside world are unstable. Relationships, situations, and things, right? We know people pass away, people walk away, people change. So relationships are unstable, situations never stay the same, things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down. So we know all that stuff is unstable. Eventually, we turn inward and upward and we find the fullness of who we are. And then the outside world changes from a place of lack to a place of abundance that comes in here. And so I feel like there's this big change because it starts in here and then it just brings this feeling of abundance. And the outside world moves from something that's lacking to something that feels overflowing. So I like that for you. And then your fortune cookie is Archangel Metatron, the big thinker. I am your link between heaven and earth, between your humanity and your divinity. I'm here to help you heal the conflict that exists between your heart and your mind. Feel me in your heart and your thoughts. Through oneness, there is love. So you have an archangel helping you here transform some things in your life, and I like that for you there. So hopefully that helps. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Vargas Imelda, your question is you've had nightmares about a particular house in many different occasions. We don't know if it had something to do, or if you had something to do with it somehow, and you've never lived in it. All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here. Yeah, you've got the Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. So, what comes in here, the Three of Cups is your spiritual posse. And the Six of Wands is this energetic balance. What I feel like was coming in here is that, you know, when you have repetitive dreams, or when you dream of a houses in our psyche and our brain and our subconscious, and how our spiritual posse, while our guard is asleep, right? They're like, "Oh, let's go in there and let's use this." They sneak into the movie theater, play its own movies in here on our third eye so that we can work through things, right? Homes and houses represent life, and going into different rooms represent different parts of our life. So even though we didn't actually live in a home or exist, we're seeing our life in a certain way within this house. That's what's being projected. And so when you have, nightmares and there's fear involved, it's they're bringing the fears up so that we learn to face them in our illusion and our subconscious, and they'll even bring up situations in the outside world that other people are going through that don't impact us, so that we can see it in our peripheral vision out here, and then in our subconscious where we're safe here, we're safe when it's only out there, not in here happening to us. And then it allows us to question it and transform it and go through it. I know, like, I had a couple types of nightmares. There was two that really come to mind. And one was like, I was in this Chinese restaurant that had a top level and then stairs, and I floated down the stairs, went to this door that was in the middle of nowhere, and there's this crack between the door frame and the door, and there's this big eye looking in there, and it used to scare me. Till one day I just looked around the other side of the door, because there's nothing protecting it from coming around. There's this big blue hairy blob thing with one huge eye. And after I went there and looked at it and it looked at me, it walked away and I didn't fear it anymore. And so it helps us face our fears within when we do that. So hopefully that helps. And I don't know, I don't think I gave you your fortune cookie yet. Look, we got Miracle. And it says, "Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well." So they just want you to let you know that this is part of your upper spiritual posse doing that. And even when you look at the Six of Wands, it's like the higher realms putting a spotlight on something so that you can see it and transform it for you. If there's other characters in there, just realize that those characters are just, doesn't mean it's that person they're representing. It could be a version of you, or it could be someone else that you feel uncomfortable judging or whatever. And they'll take on the role of someone else, you know, so that we can deal with it and process those things. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Imelda. Many blessings to you. All right. Then we have Livier Vergara. Hopefully I didn't do that too bad with that. You have a message from the cards for this week. All right, let's take a look here. All right, look at you. You got the King of Cups, who rules over emotion and also has a portion of air. You got the Queen of Pentacles, who rules over earth but gets a portion of cups. So this week brings in this balancing energy between your head and your heart, and the Queen of Pentacles is about new birthing and choosing for you. You know, there's this nurturing feel that comes in. It's important to look at things in a balanced way, but also don't sacrifice yourself in making decisions. Going, well, I can do this, but I'll do this for everyone else. No, make sure the decisions this week that you're making especially are including what you're wanting and not excluding benefit for you and support for you as well. I just like this balanced approach of head and heart, and this nurturing and giving yourself attention and love in the decisions and things going on, and what you will allow. If you have to put up some boundaries, then do that. But it's a week of you know what? I'm going to kind of just let my heart balance my head and let my head balance my heart and choose for me this week. And you have permission. Your fortune cookie says the middle path. Here's the balancing, walk the middle, right? And it says embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. All right, there we go. So you don't have to like, do extremes, just kind of and enjoy the process. So I like that. Right, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Daisha Rogers, you are up. So general for next month. Absolutely. And be sure to check out the June monthlies that are out there too. I have a playlist on my main page. If you can't find it, let me know in the comments and I'll grab the link and give it to you. I just don't have chat here where I can throw it out here for you. But look at this, all this magic, magic, magic. You got the magic of the magician. You got the magic of the Queen of Wands. She also has this. Usually, the magician is holding the wands to the heavens and the hands to the earth. And here is the Queen of Wands to there with the magic here going, woohoo, I'm going to put this forward. So, this is a month of manifestation of owning your energy, guiding your energy. Where are you focusing it? Where is it? What are we growing? Because wherever we point that, like attracts like, we're drawing it towards us, we're expanding it in our life. So being aware of where you're investing your energy is a huge part here. Sorry for my squeaking chair if you guys can hear that. Because you're in charge of what you put out there is what grows. And so if you focus on what you're missing, what you hate, what you fear, what you want, the want, you focus on wanting. I want more wanting. And so they're like, okay, well, don't give it to them. They like wanting something, but not getting it. I miss this. Okay, give them more things to miss. They like missing things, evidently. Oh, I hate that. Oh, you want more things to hate? Here's more. You know, so when we change to focusing on gratitude, finding gratitude any way we can, unconditional love, enjoy, and laughter and peace, and the higher vibration, we draw on things that match that as well. So I like that for you. All right, and your I was gonna say your fortune cookie is fear. I was going to try to say fear and um, fortune cookie at the same time, and I almost cussed. So I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. I like that. Yeah, so you definitely have, let the fears go and focus on the higher, and beautiful things can happen in June. So many possibilities and opportunities. You just have to be able to change what you're focusing on, and whatever you focus on will draw them in. I feel like it's going to be a big month for that for you here. All right, and that's what they have there for you. So many blessings. Let me see here. Make sure I didn't grab something out of order here. There we go. And then we've got Ashvin Rai. Hello, hello. So when and how are you going to meet your spouse? All right. I love it. So you have the Two of Cups. So there is that joining together. I love it. And the Six of Cups. Past life connections that are coming in here. So you've met your spouse many lifetimes ago. It's not my fault you forgot who they are each lifetime. Talk to management. I'm just kidding. I like that. So you met them many, 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 many lifetimes ago. You guys have had a lot of past lives together. I love that for you. If you're interested in any past life readings, I do have those available. All that information is listed in the description box of the video. But yeah, you guys have had many lifetimes together, and you're going to meet them here. Gosh, the energy I feel, it's not in the cards because these are just like, yes, you will you meet them and you have known them for many lifetimes. Well, how am I going to meet them? Well, that's yet to be decided. Because the energy that you have a minimum when you'll meet them, and the latest that you'd meet them has to do with both of your energies. You're gonna have a lot of opportunities to bump into each other, and how can be of between attending a wedding, going to a special grocery store, at a restaurant. I mean, they're showing me all these different possibilities that you guys really, it's funny because they're showing me that the two of you are like, it's faded, and we're gonna make sure before you came down here, you guys planned, okay, we can meet here, or 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 here. And then so that there's dang, if you guys, when you see each other, if you guys don't connect, you're gonna think you're stalking each other because you're gonna be bumping into each other a lot at a lot of different events, a lot of different opportunities. So, I feel the biggest thing is live your passion, live your heart. That's where you both meet because you both have a lot of same desire of things that you're passionate about. So if you do the things you're passionate about, that's when you guys bump into each other. So you meet each other here, you meet each other there, you meet each other there. And the when is totally upon the more, with the Two of Cups, the more you focus on your self love and the more you join together with your higher self and raise your love vibration, the faster things come in, with that too. But I feel like even then, you're just going to have all these opportunities to really bump into each other, like June, with the Six of Cups is jumping out. And so I feel like June is one of the first opportunities that you guys will, bump into each other. And but the biggest thing is get out and live your passion, is what they're saying. I like that. Right. Your fortune cookie is precious gift. You've got friendship, family, and love are precious gifts. Do not lose sight of what is most important. Great, great, beautiful energy here. So yep, definitely do that. So friendship, family, and really focus on those, especially doing things that you love is very important. All right, I already said that. So there you go. All right, so many blessings, Ashvin. That's what they have for you now. And then Tortoise Love, you are up. Let's see where we're at here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So got 5 more after this. So we're getting close, everybody. Hang in there. Hang in there. I know it's over a 2-hour video right now. All right, so Tortoise Love. I have been great. I hope you've been great as well. And you want to know if you asked Jay if she's willing to read a letter that you've written. She said yes. What are her true feelings, thoughts about this? Or I say, oh, you asked them if they'd read it, and she said yes. And then what are her true feelings and thoughts about the letter? Oh, okay. A lot of different thoughts because she's got the Two of Swords, which is close your mind and open your heart. And the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset. So um, a lot in the mind, a lot of thinking, you know, um, you triggered a lot of thinking going in there. And the Two of Swords, she kind of goes back and forth between her head and her heart, her head and her heart. And so there is stuff there, and it's mixed. It just feels like, there's some great things that really made the heart leap and they enjoyed, what they were reading. And there's other things that um, it triggered things in their mind and fears within them too. And so I feel like it was a little bit of a roller coaster between head and heart and two roller coasters going at the same time. And, you know, I feel like she's still kind of settling in to see what letting it process and letting her, understand um, where she's coming from with it all, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in there. Um, yeah, here we go. Your fortune cookie is heart and soul, which says when making your decision, take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. So that'd be great if we could give her that card, because this is what that Two of Swords is all about: is closing your eyes, get out of your head and into your heart, and choose through love, not the fears, not the small t truths. So And you just need to give them some time, I feel, with those cards coming in there. They need to process and really come to some conclusions. Right now, I just feel like so much in their heart, so much in their head that it's like, okay, how can this come together? Right? So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And then Brenda Tejada. So we were coming back around to dig a little more into here about how he felt about the situation and the emotions after your guys' conversation, right? All right. Yeah. You know, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is like the hermit's journey and, this, um, being alone from the outside world. And the High Priestess, this is kind of hermity energy. High Priestess is step back away from everything and connect up and go behind the veil and dive deep. So it feels like here, like when after you guys talked and everything, I felt like they just wanted to these emotions. They felt like they wanted to step back and reflect on everything and to feel safe and secure there. We talk about their fears and things igniting, but it's just like there's this, all right, we've talked, we've done all this, and da 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 da, and here's this gift, and all right, we're gonna do this, and then, you know, they're like, uh-oh, they have the bubbling up from the surface and this the fear of the unknown and heading in those directions. But I, there's this solidity feeling a little bit with it too. Nine of Pentacles can feel like a dream come true in the outer world a little bit too. So, they have that tendency, right? But I like that they're looking at it as like, all right, this is a really great thing. And like, who are you trying to convince? No, 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 it is. It's a really great thing, and I really think it does. Are you scared? Yeah, I'm scared. Shitless. It's funny. But it's worth it, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna there's a lot of unknown, but that's okay. I'm gonna take it a moment at a time. They're really psyched up. I really feel like maybe they will be able to maintain it without running away this time, without the fear getting to be too much. So, let's see what your fortune cookie says here. Yeah, adventure. So he sees it. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, he tries seeing it as an adventure. That's exactly the energy I was trying to kind of share. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. Yeah, so I feel like they're trying to get beyond that black or white world kind of, it's either a failure or not, that it's okay. There's a whole sea of gray and a rainbow of colors in between that, and it's all okay, right? It's not failure. So I like it. So interesting. So we'll see what happens here, but that's a little bit of a tidbit of what's going on underneath their hood. Right. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. Brenda, many blessings to you. And then Sean G, this is your free question. And so, what will this summer be like for you? All right, let's take a look here. And I'm gonna be having summer winter solstice readings for each individual zodiac sign coming out around, I forget when I'm gonna have them come out, before June 20th, before the summer solstice here in the northern hemisphere. All right. Woo, look at this. Transformation of emotion, 5 of cups from lower vibrational, higher vibrational, page of cups, heightened love that's going on there. So I feel like summer love. Gonna break into a Grease song, right? So summer love, I feel is in the books for you here, and a great transformational of love coming in. It is a heightened love that comes in. If you're in a relationship right now, then it would be love goes to a whole nother level with it there. But if you don't, then it's definitely new love coming your way. So I like that for you. Your fortune cookie says integrity. And be flexible, but be also true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by and believe in you. So that's a good energy for the summer coming in there. So I like that. And you can even check out your June reading because that does, June 20th to the 30th is covered in your June readings. But we'll be getting a solstice, which will be the entire summer and winter season for those in the south. Sorry, I just went through all of my healing angel cards, and I've got three more left. So I just wanted to shuffle these up and get them ready for three more fortune cookies. All right. So that's what we got for you, Sean John. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Door of Lore, you are up. And you want to know what does the universe want right now? What should you do for your goals? Okay, very good. Well, hello from India. So you want to know just what advice they have around goals, right? Because there's no should on their side, because there's no wrong or right on spirit side. There's just different choices with different experiences, right? So when you're talking about goals, we're asking them, what advice do you have, for door of lore for their goals, right? We'll take a look here. All right. So, an important piece in looking at your goals is to question, first of all, the devil card here is your shadow, which is question these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you had about my goals that are up here, my shoulds. If it sounds like should, supposed to, need to, have to, must, oughta, those are all human constructs. Those are all human things that have been put in there, right? And so there's this, get out of your head and question why the dreams and the goals that you have, where do they come from? Well, they came from opinion, right? We can wake up in the morning going, oh, I got to go live my dream today. That's not our dream, not our goal. So there's some clarity that comes in. And the other thing that to look at here is with the Five of Pentacles is the beliefs in lack of failure, of being left behind, being left out in the cold. And when you're questioning and getting out of your head, finding out what would make your heart feel full and sing and overflow. And you're like, okay, my goals are going to change. The fear of lack and not having enough is going to change when you realize it's not humans that bring you what you need in each moment. It is the creator, it's source, it's spirit, whatever you believe the higher power is. Humans can just be the shipping company that bring things to us, but they're the ones that are really bringing it and sending it to us. And so when we realize it's not them that bring me what I need in each moment, it's you. And if I live my heart's desire, you're going to provide for me, and I'm going to maybe not have everything that I want, but I'm going to have everything I need and plus some. And this allows you to change your goals and to look at your goals in a different way. That's what they have there. Yep. And then your fortune cookie is prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We're listening. So this is spirit saying, we're always with you. We're always around you. Need guidance? Ask us. We'll tell you. But we don't meddle in your life a whole lot unless you ask us to, because we come down here with free will and power of choice, and they don't. They honor that so much. We ask them stuff before we come down here. They're always working on that. But while we're here, we can still ask them. That's prayer. That's saying, hey, guys, you know, wondering, can you give me some direction on this? Can you show me this? Can you bring me an answer on that? Can you make it a no-brainer answer? And they will definitely assist us. So that's what they have for you, Door of Lore, right now. So many blessings. And then Illuminati. Oh, they found me. Oh, Magana. Okay, shoo, you scared me for a moment. I'm just kidding. You want to know about your future husband's personality? Let's take a look here. All right. So I feel like a very fiery individual, maybe a fire sign with this King of Wands, but they definitely, when they want something, they're not afraid to put a goal, decide, and move toward it and embrace it. And I like that. They also have done really good with this Eight of Cups where they have left behind emotions and relationships and people that don't serve them anymore. So they do have a large vat of emotional energy that's available. And I like that. They know that what doesn't serve them anymore, they left that behind. And so their heart is very available and full and ready to give emotion. But I like this. I like this King of Wands energy about really, a focused individual, can be entrepreneur, like owning their own businesses. And, they really are this vibrant personality where people are drawn to them, just because of their energy alone. So could definitely be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Um, kind of energy, so attractive. So that's the personality. I just feel like they're very much a go-getter, like to travel, like adventure. So that's really cool. Yeah, and then also achievement. So here's the fortune cookie. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It's often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. And that's like I feel like this is like something they'd have on their wall. This is the kind of attitude and energy that they have. Right? So that's a little tidbit there they have for you, Magana, Illuminati. So many blessings to you. Right. And then lastly, but definitely not leastly, we've got Hot Sun. So thanks for waiting for yours. If I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I will be back next Friday. Um, or if I missed you, you can always comment on this video too. And we'll see if I can maybe pull a card and respond to you. So if I did, my deepest apologies and just comment on the video. So Hot Sun, and after I'm done, by the way, I will put in a big comment listing the order in which all the readings were completed so you can find your reading more quickly as well. All right. So, Hot Sun, what are Matt's energies towards you? All right. Well, the energies right now, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is love and new love and overflowing love. But what are their energies? They're very slow energies with the Knight of Pentacles, right? They're very much taking their time. They've got these feelings. They want that energy to, come forward. Um, but I just feel like they're really, really taking their time with all of this here. Yeah, and even on the bottom of the deck, since you're my last reading, I just thought I'd grab these two. Got the Eight of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So they're taking their time, transformation, looking at things from a different perspective, trying to really understand themselves in life. Eight of Pentacles, trying to, again, putting in the work, the transformation, that type of thing that comes through with all that too. So interesting, right? Love, but slow love. Working, working, working. That's the Knight of Pentacles, though. Doing a lot of work on the inside, whatever. Whatever. But your fortune cookie is imagine. Imagine all the people. Clearly visualize the life you want. I feel like this is what they're doing. Feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. So they have this imagine. They're just trying to picture, what is my life? What is it going to look like? That's the transformation. This is that Hanged Man. This is the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. All of that is trying to figure things out, which I kind of honor. Kind of, right? I kind of honor because, I've had a lot of friends where people jumped into relationships and they didn't know what they wanted to do with their lives and all this kind of stuff, and then decided, "Oh, I don't want this. I've changed my mind. I was trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, and I'm moving now." They're like, "Well, if you knew that, why did you start a relationship?" And of course everything happens on purpose for a purpose, but I feel like they you know I like it when people are like, "No, I'm not going to move on things and commit on things," and end up having frustrating someone, or creating the opportunity for them to have frustration. And I like that. I feel like that's honorable. to an extent, right? Right. But that's what they have for you, hot sun. So many blessings to you. And thank you guys so much for all the love and all the support. I greatly appreciate you. Here in a moment, I'll after I end this, I'm going to type up the note, and then it'll be posted here momentarily, listing the order, and then I'll see you next time I see it. I'll be back on Friday if you guys need anything in the meantime. I do offer personal readings and other things that they're in the description box of the video. And if you're not able to purchase any of those things, I have a ton of free content on my main page too. So, till I see you again, and remember, every second, every day of your life, you truly are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.